Okay, we're back at the water service job. We've got a piece of equipment here. We're going to get it unloaded and get to digging. Only one problem. They didn't leave the keys in the machine. So now we get to wait 45 minutes for the rental company to bring me a key. While we're waiting, we'll go ahead and get some other things set up and ready to go. I'm going to lay out this tarp in an effort to try and make it a little bit easier on the cleanup. All right, so we finally got keys and we're ready to rock and roll. Okay, so far I've dug down about 2 feet and we're going to turn on the water and see if we can get a better bearing on which direction to dig from here.
See nothing yet.
A pretty common practice is the plumber will stub a pipe out, or the well or city, whoever runs the city water line will stub over towards the house, and there's generally always a fitting generally close to the house where the water service enters the home. So that's what we suspect has failed.
It took about 15 minutes for me to see it on the surface.
Okay, we're not seeing water yet, so I'm going to scoot a little closer to the house and dig on the other side of where I started digging and see if that helps. All right, so we are starting to see water now, and Mark is exposing a portion of the line here so that we can get an idea of how to continue digging around this pipe without snagging it, hopefully.
How much deeper than that water line is it? So that's below the water?
I mean, it's just right there.
So don't dig no more with this one?
Probably should get down there and at least look at it, and then we can shut the water off. But,
Well, probably need to shut the water off now
well,
so that we're not dealing
fill
with
in
it.
the hole. If that's it, that was a good
Luck?
good luck stop.
Yeah, no shit.
Because I mean, it's literally
3 feet down, not.
yeah. It felt like it went at it. Oh, there it is.
Solid. Okay, now that we've exposed the line, at least a portion of it, I'm going to get back in the machine and dig a hole next to it so that the water that's coming out of that line has somewhere to go and I don't have to work in a muddy mess where the pipe is actually at. Probably should have hand dug this. It's always easy to want to use the machine because nobody likes digging with a shovel. Well, actually, Mark likes digging with a shovel. He's the only person I've ever met that admits that he likes to dig.
Looks like a fitting right there.
Found it. Oh shit, there it is.
Okay, I found the line down here, found the fitting, and it appears that they used a plastic barb fitting into a brass flare coupling to connect the well pipe to the copper pipe coming out of the slab.
Probably can't fit in there anymore, can I?
This way.
Well, I'm gonna hit that shovel.
I think you can go past it.
Say
I think
what?
you can get past it if you wanted to take more out at the house.
But I can't go no deeper than what that tip of that shovel is, right?
Right.
Yeah. I think if anything, I probably need to clean this side off.
And just expose it all.
Yeah.
I mean, because we can hand dig it. We know where it's at now,
Yeah.
you know?
Let me just try and clean it a little bit.
Okay.
I should have stopped while I was ahead. Should have hand dug it. And now I snagged the line, and not a big deal, but still, if I would have hand dug it, it would not have happened. I still would have probably cut out the same amount of line anyways, but it could have been bad, and luckily it wasn't. This is the fitting that was in the ground. It has a copper flare on one side and a plastic barb on the other side. That's what failed.
All right, so we got 3/4 copper, and then we got well pipe.
Okay, now what I'm doing here is I'm putting a 1-inch cap onto the end of the barb fitting so that I can put it onto the well pipe coming from the water meter, and then test the rest of the line to make sure it's good and there's no leaks, the meter's not moving. Also, having a threaded cap onto the barb fitting, it allows me to use a hammer to tap that barb fitting into place. Sometimes they can be a real bear to get in there. All right, I'm using a heat gun here to heat up the pipe a little bit, the plastic pipe, in order to ease in getting the barb fitting to go in there. Not trying to melt anything, just soften it up a little bit. Sorry about the camera angle. It's going to get better, I promise.
You might heat it while you do that, you know? Oh, shit. Damn.
Now I'm putting the clamps on the plastic pipe over the barb fitting area. You want to make sure that you're always using stainless clamps when you're dealing with stuff underground. Now time to clean up the copper to get ready for its fitting. Here I'm prepping what I can up here on the surface before I reach down in the hole to install it. Mark whips out this little stand. It's basically a pipe wrench on a stand so that you don't have to hold one side while you tighten the other. It's pretty neat. He's going to show us how it's done. Pretty slick. That's all there is to it. Made it look easy.
Oh, mercy. Special tape measure just to fit in there.
Well, it's good to have a good one.
38 and like 5/8.
The repair piece of pipe that we're putting in the ground here, it's going to have a pack joint coupling on both sides. So what we're doing here is putting all the pieces of the pack joint seal onto the pipe, prepping as much as we can, so that when I put it down in the hole, I'll be able to just screw everything together and not have to deal with all those little pieces down in the hole. It's nice working with somebody that knows exactly what you're thinking and what needs to be done. It makes it so much easier to not have to explain everything and just be able to get the job done.
Oh, mercy, mama. I might have froze once.
The fitting doesn't want to fit over the 3/4 copper. It's a possibility that it could be that the copper swelled up at some point during freezing temperatures, being as it's not really deep enough. So I'm going to have to work on spreading out the pack joint clamp on the back of the threaded portion of the coupling in order to try and get it to fit over this 3/4 copper.
Mercy.
It's pretty tight.
Is it round or is it?
I think it just needs opened up some. Maybe just take the screw all the way out of it. It's open now. Still ain't happy though.
You want to,
No, it's hitting the ridge inside the. ever get that freaking screw in there. What do you think the chances are that it's supposed to be flush with the edge? Probably pretty close. They're definitely short. A reamer. I should have reamed this already.
Water here too if you wanted to rinse it off.
Put some in there. This is going to be interesting to get in there.
I apologize that you can't see much. I am more worried about getting the job done than worrying about filming it. But I really didn't want to put the camera down in there with me. There wasn't a lot of extra room anyways.
I'm not going to be able to do
So,
this side.
hopefully you're getting the idea.
Until I get that side, because I need to bend that pipe some.
You want to go ahead and pull it out and bend it now? Or do you want to just switch ends? Is that end straighter than that end? That one's at least flexible.
But it won't matter once. Yeah, this end is flexible. You're right about that. I feel like I'm going to pull it out a little bit to
Spin that thing where you want that screw to be and then tighten the coupling in the middle. You know what I mean? Spin the nut where you want it. That way you can go ahead and get your screw in and then just tighten hold the nut and spin the center.
Yeah. Find that sweet spot. Turn that camera a little bit for me. I brought all kinds of cardboard. I didn't even get it out of the truck. Not happy about that. problem down here.
Put pipe both on.
Oh, you bitch. I just need like a little bit.
How about an 18-inch or a 14-inch pipe both?
I think I can get it. I just need,
So I got two 14s out there.
just need a tiny bit. I can get to it right there. Whew. Make a man out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Is that the one?
Yep.
The fancy screwdriver.
Mm-hmm. Cost me.
Should put fucking.
For those of you that aren't familiar with this type of fitting, these are pack joint couplings with a
Yeah.
secondary clamp. What I'm doing right here is tightening down the stainless screws that pinch around the pipe to lock it in so that the pipe literally can't pull apart. You want to make sure they're tight, but if you get them too tight, you'll snap the screws off. There's a fine line, especially when they're stainless screws. All right, now we're gonna go turn on the water, check for leaks, check the water meter. We'll give it some time. We'll check the water meter again, verify it's solid and it is not moving.
$487. 647. $6,487. Holding steady. Alright, it's been a few minutes. Probably light is completely dead. 4501 and come on, 87. 4087, I believe is what it was. Come on, switch. There it is. Oh, 487. 6487. Good deal.
It's important to bed the pipe as best you can with gravel to where you're at least covering up all of the pipe. It gives the pipe a good support, better than just the mud holding it. It also helps protect the pipe when you're dumping dirt or clumps of dirt down on top of it, it doesn't allow you to actually impact the pipe. The gravel kind of acts as a cushion. All right, we're gonna get this thing backfilled, check the meter one last time, and we'll be out of here.
All right, this is probably an hour later. 501, that's the same. And just switch. There it goes. 6487, that's the same number. Awesome. Yeah, we're good.
Special thanks to Mark and Sam for coming out and lending a hand. It was greatly appreciated.